This update is to inform employers what they need to know regarding their obligation to continue to pay employees who are unable to work due to coronavirus. This requirement is part of the Families vs. Coronavirus Response Act, which contains 2 segments. You can read more in depth about these segments on our blog, but a quick overview is that there is the Emergency Paid Sick Leave Act, which requires employers to provide 80 hours of sick leave, regardless of how long an employee has worked for the company. You must pay them at their regular rate if the employee is quarantined by law or by physician's advice, and at 2/3 rate if the employee is caring for another who is home or ill due to coronavirus. The Emergency Family Medical Leave Act covers those who need extended time to care for a child during this time. The employee must have been on your payroll for 30 calendar days, and after a 10-day waiting period, the pay is to be 2/3 of their normal rate. So, what you need to know. Small and mid-sized employers can begin taking advantage of refundable payroll tax credits designed to immediately and fully reimburse you dollar for dollar for the cost of providing coronavirus-related leave to your employees. Here are the key takeaways. There's complete coverage. Employers receive 100% reimbursement for pay leave pursuant to the Act. 3 items to note here are that 1. Health insurance costs are included in the credit. 2. Employers face no payroll liability, and 3. Self-employed individuals receive an equivalent credit. Reimbursement will be fast and easy to obtain. An immediate dollar-for-dollar tax offset against payroll taxes will be provided, and where a refund is owed, the IRS will send the refund as quickly as possible. There is protection for employers with fewer than 50 employees. If the viability of your business is threatened, these companies are eligible for an exemption from the requirement to provide leave to care for a child whose school is closed or the child care is unavailable. Finally, compliance will be less strict. There's a 30-day non-enforcement policy to provide time for employers to come into compliance with the Act. The Department of Labor will not bring action against any employer during this time as long as the employer has acted reasonably and in good faith to comply with the Act. To take immediate advantage of the paid leave credits, businesses can retain and access funds that they would otherwise pay to the IRS in payroll taxes. If those amounts are not sufficient to cover the cost of paid leave, employers can seek an expedited advance from the IRS by submitting a streamlined claim form that will be released next week. This legislation enables employers to keep their workers on their payroll while at the same time ensuring that workers are not forced to choose between their paycheck and the public health measures needed to combat the virus. Please contact our coronavirus response team at covid19@avisogroup.com with any questions.